All right, hey y'all. I usually do, if I'm gonna do the pendulum on Wednesdays, I'll do it like, I don't know, it's probably a weird angle. I'll probably do it second after like my hip thrust stuff. But I just thought like, just so I can like have the most energy, then I can put it first, see if that makes a difference in my strength. Right. All right, y'all. I've been doing this for a little while. Instead of like straight off the floor, I've been doing this bench. I mean, I don't really notice too much of a difference, but here, obviously, I have to keep my feet closer together because I can't. And I'm usually more of a wider stance. So this is kind of, I feel like it makes it more into like a frog pump, but that's fine. I don't know why I just feel like I prefer this rather than off the ground. I think it has more to do with, it doesn't feel different like during the set, but I think like just like the setup and kind of like lifting off and re-racking and stuff like that. I think this just feels a lot more easier to get in and out of rather than kind of like having to like stand up off the ground and stuff like that. It's actually pretty stable. Somebody asked me, they were like, "You don't feel like you're gonna fall off the bench?" And I was like, "No," because I mean, you're stable. Like you know, your back is grounded. Your back is grounded. So I don't know. Like I guess I can kind of see what they're talking about. Like because you're like up in the air, elevated, and you're trying to. But you got the Smith machine. That's stable. It's not going anywhere. It's fixed. And then when your back is planted, you're not going anywhere. So for this last set, I moved the bench out a little bit more. even though the frog pump style where it's kind of like a little bit tighter, my feet are closer in. I feel like gives it like a nice little. It's a shorter range regardless, but it's more tight. I'm gonna see if I move my feet out a little bit. But the thing about it, what I notice is I bring my feet just back enough to kind of close this crease right in here. Okay, so I feel like it was like a little different feel. I prefer my feet to be a little bit tighter. I like them to be a little tighter for that leverage. I could still thrust, but I just felt like they were a little bit, I didn't feel as strong in that position. That's kind of what I'm trying to say, I guess. A lot of this stuff you can't really like explain, or maybe I don't know how to explain it properly. You have to like feel it, you know? Some stuff is just like really feely. All right, y'all. So I haven't gone this heavy for like maybe like 2 weeks because the last time I did this weight, like that same day, I could feel something in my glute, like it was pulling. So I stopped doing like stretching movements, RDLs and stuff for like 2 weeks. It feels fine now. So, and me warming up felt good. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm not going to push myself. I think that what happened was I pushed myself all the way to like, I think I did like 8 or 9. And it was like around that 8th or 9th that I needed to stop. So if it gets to be too much, I'll probably like stop. Again, I'm going to try to get to like 6, maybe like anywhere 6 to 8. But I'm not going to like push myself so it's like straining. You know what I mean? All right. Something with this side. I mean, I've done that way before, so I don't understand what the deal is. Maybe, I mean, it is too heavy and I need to really just not push myself and play around with like some of like the lower weights. But I'm just gonna, okay, I'm not gonna do any more stretch stuff. I feel like it was good. I felt it. It was good. It was a good set. You know, it was a good set. But again, something's aggravated on this left glute. No, my bad. Sorry. Something's aggravated on that left glute. So let me just see how reverse lunges feels. All right, so I'm not going to do any stretch stuff. So I was like, let me just do like maybe like some single leg stuff. I don't know if it's too high, but the machine in itself, it's not like that heavy, but it's got some weight. So I'm not going to add too much. I'm going to just take my time. I mean, I'm not like injured. It's just whenever I stretch, it's like something going on right here.